Good everyone, Jerry. So on this piece series that I've got, except these pipes now, that will improve your response on your turbo. Um, I have done. I've had a look at the turbo, and then there is things that I can do. You won't lose your warranty. Don't worry about that. That will change the character of the turbo, how it will spool up, how quickly it will spool up, and all kind of things that you actually need. So your throttle response will improve quite a lot. Your overall driving um, response will improve a lot. This turbo, except the throttle response, okay, but it does have a turbo lag, and that's the thing that I'm sorting out. Basically, the turbo lag, so the turbo will react way quicker. The pedal throttle response, yes, that's still the way it is. Okay, that's for ECU, but with the turbo lag, that will be basically gone. Okay, and the way the characterizing of the turbo, the way it will work, um, makes this bucky. This thing is crazy. You won't lose warranty because I'm not damaging anything. Um, I'm not doing anything wrong to the bucky. I'm just because I'm a certified turbo technician, get it. I've got all my certificates and things like that, and years of experience. Um, the way the turbo is set up is wrong. Yeah, you will tell me, yeah, but it's from factory. Why? It's right. It's not right. Okay, they depend too much on the electronics to work the actuator right, and it's not working. It's working, but it's not working right. Okay, that's why so many of these turbos they give you hassles. Okay, so but what I'm gonna do, it will improve the life of the turbo also, and it will improve the way the turbo responds. The lagging is will be gone. Um, you don't have to do ECU remapping when I do this because it's going to be the same pressure that the ECU is set for. It's just the way the turbo reacts that's going to make a huge difference. So normally on your ECU remapping, you will lose warranty unless, by all respect, the dealers in South Africa get the right companies that understand ECU remapping. There is a safe margin in which you can do remapping. Um, I'm not sure if everybody knows it or not, but there is a safe margin in which you can operate that won't affect the life of the motor, the life of the turbo, anything like that. Okay, it won't damage anything. Um, but the setup on this bucky as it comes from factory is typical mass production, a quick theory workout that works. Okay, but it's not fine tuned. Okay, and that's what proper ECU tuners, guys that knows this shit, do. They fine tune where GWM don't have the time to fine tune it. They have the time, they fine tune it. But when you do this, you can run with the factory settings, no problem at all. But if you're going to do ECU tuning, fine tuning, and GWM South Africa can get the right people that can prove to them, I can prove to them the efficiency of the turbo, and they can prove to them the ECU tuning that's still in spec. You cannot work on kilowatts. Okay, that's actually not the right thing. It's more the percentage that you work on, that you increase in your mapping. That's more important than I'm getting 160 kilowatts and stuff like that. Don't work on that. Okay, that's not a more thing that you can work on. So if GWM will get the right ECU mapping, guys, I can do this. This bakkie can be flippin' dangerous. Okay, this thing can take over South Africa. I'm telling you guys. It is a BMW based motor. It's a ZF gearbox. BMW's got 50% shares in GWM. So they basically copied the 2 liter turbo diesel BMW motor and just made them their way. Okay, so but BMW's got a good um, help in the whole process, and the motor is good. There's nothing wrong with this motor. This fucking motor is awesome. I'm telling you. The gearbox is a ZF gearbox. Everybody knows it's a ZF is good. Okay, so but I found this problem, and this is the problem. So by fixing this turbo, um, setting it up right, and then if GWM allows it, get the right tuners to do this. Um, this bakkie, I'm not going to say what power it can make, because it can make good power, but it's how responsive it's going to be. This thing can have, even the way it is now, the way I've set up the turbo, I didn't have it on any ECU mapping, nothing like that. It's still stock standard. Well, everything is still standard. It's just I've tuned the turbo mechanically better to to more like a 99%, 100% efficiency. Okay, so, and this thing is not slowing down in normal mode, in cruise control. Normally, everybody will not tell you these flipping bakkies. If you're on normal and you hit the highway, cruise control, 120, 115, it will drop a lot. You need to put it in sport mode. Okay, so now I don't have to put it in sport mode. This thing, it's got the turbo reacts like that. Okay, so, and when you're in driving, this thing is there. It's immediately there. There's no lag, nothing. It's there, like a normal aspirated. This thing reacts like super fast. So I will rather first do this before a tuning. Tuning is good. Doesn't help if you got a mechanical fault. Doesn't help you tune. You're only going to reach so much, and it's not going to be really beneficial for what you're doing. Even those boxes that you plug in, it doesn't help. So it doesn't help on these bakkies. The air fuel ratio, okay, on a diesel normally it's between 20 to 80. Is what your AFR normally, if you want to work on that, your air fuel ratio is on a diesel. Now this thing is now the lower the number, the more rich it is. So this one already is running about 26, 27. It's too rich. It's getting way than enough diesel. Okay, you don't need more actually. Okay, so rather improve your mechanical things that's not supplying the right amount of air when it should. Rather do that than pushing up the fuel even more. Okay, so that's not good. Okay, you're gonna cause that the cat like filters are gonna clock up way quicker. You're gonna it's gonna clock up way faster because there's already too much fuel that you're putting through. Now you want to add some more fuel. Your DPF filter is gonna clock up. You're gonna have endless problems on that. Okay, it's gonna smoke like hell. Okay, when it's doing a DPF burn. So you don't need more fuel. You need more turbo response, you need more airflow, you need a quicker response of airflow. Okay, so if all your mechanical things are right, then you can do your ECU remapping and still keep in mind what is the air fuel ratio and things like that. You on these bakkies, you just, if you're going to add more fuel, that will only be if you really like playing with the turbo. Now you're going to do turbo modifications to create or to add way more air. But even so, you're running on 26, 27. You really don't need to add fuel on these bakkies. You don't.